3 in the fucking morning, do D&D.
Oh my lord. I also just realized I wasn't recording, so that's great.
Oh, slay.
That's fine.
Anywho, okay, listen, we're gonna say at some point in time, those of you that did not get letters would have made your way to the copper coin because they're
Copper coin, or I thought it was the illusionary lantern inn.
Copper coin is where we're supposed to be meeting.
yes,
Okay.
you're in the illusion. Somebody's in somewhere, but the copper coin is like the main. That's like the main.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, that was
adventurer
me.
hub.
Yeah, I think
That was
think
me
Ghost
waking up in
invented-
the illusory.
Okay. I was like, because we have so much info on the illusionary lantern inn.
Yeah.
From the fucking
Yes. Right. Okay. So, you guys, there's like a performance essentially going on, which a lot of people are going to at the Copper Coin. So if your characters didn't get a note or whatever, maybe that's a reason why they go there, just to kind of get some, good food or good alcohol or whatever, and listen to like bards and tell stories, or like sing and do crazy shit. Anywho, so as you guys are there, you're completely separate. I need really quickly just everybody roll me a quick. Do I want to make it passive or do I want you guys to roll for it? We'll do. I'll roll for it. Let me see here.
Fuck
Let me
me, I
see
guess.
here. Cool. Odds. Go ahead and roll for perception. Everybody, if you can, port flagger.
21.
No.
70.
22.
15.
Get shit on. Get shit on.
Every time I pass a perception check, I just keep hearing, my perimeter, and my perimeter is me.
My perimeter, and my perimeter is me. I said that to my niece and nephew over their birthday party this week. Because they kept wanting to get next to the fucking grill outside when I was making burgers and shit. And I just yelled out, my perimeter is me. You shall not pass. I will not let you pass.
Okay, cool.
He didn't care.
Crow.
Oh, and they never do.
I wasn't listening. I'm very sorry.
I mean,
what?
yes.
I'll jump right now.
What?
What?
Jump
I can't say the
where?
rest. I'm screaming.
Hey Iris, how you doing? Just leaving Disney. Your pictures look
Wow.
fire. They look fun as fuck. I haven't been to Disney in.
It's crazy. Iris goes in your stream, but not mine. It's kind of crazy.
I mean.
But no, I really do hope that you had a wonderful time at Disney.
Iris is my friend, Pat. So eat my butt.
Hey, Pat, why don't
I
you put
feel
your
I'm
fucking
the odd one
stream
out.
in the Discord then?
It's been in there. Dion doesn't fucking
No,
link it to anything.
bitch.
Huh? What?
Bitch, it's not in there.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I gave it to Dion, and then Dion just didn't fucking touch it or put it in the bot.
No.
Oh,
No,
I only
yeah,
have one position for the bot, and the bot is my position. So unless you want to pay for it for a monthly subscription, I'd be more than happy to add people to more things. But my free version only gives me one slot.
Put it there manually.
Yeah, tag it manually.
I have to put mine in.
Yeah, that's what
I've got to put it mine.
that's what Ghost and Blind does. Every time you guys go live, just fucking throw it up in there and ping Legion. Or everyone, doesn't really matter. I don't give a shit which one you guys ping.
Just gonna...
I don't even ping. I don't even
Yeah, you
care.
guys feel free to ping people. Or yeah, I don't give a shit. Ping it. Do it.
How the fuck? What? My page crashed.
Did your page crash?
It
Okay.
it doesn't want to share it.
Crow, you are the
There it goes.
as you leave the outer area of the district that you live in, or that Svater lives in, that you are also currently residing in, you make your way through the city. You see that there are several caravans pulling in. This is the
Oh my god, thank you for the follow.
this is the fuck, what's the name of the goddamn thing I made? Sorry, 1 second. This is the Summer Solstice Festival. So in Starhaven at the moment, there's like a massive, sort of like, I wouldn't say like circus kind of thing, but it's like a big event where the city kind of like stalls get put up, food, goods get traded, people come in from like all over, people from Waterdeep venture all the way out here. There's like several caravans, mysterious creatures, different races that aren't usually seen around here. So as you're kind of walking through, making your way towards the Copper Tavern, you kind of pinpoint a couple of people that are coming in. The first that you pinpoint, there's a caravan with camels, which are quite rare creatures. Oh shit, give me 1 second. I forgot my water and I am cottonmouth as fuck. 1 second. I can't talk because my brain wants to drink.
This is gonna be the most rudimentary notes ever. Just FYI, guys.
That's
They can be-
fine.
They can be polished after the fact.
Being gorilla speak.
Wide wife. Okay.
Wife.
Yeah.
Wife.
Yeah.
Wife.
What?
Wife fire. Fire wife.
That is delicious.
Delicioso. Can you spell delicioso?
Yeah, actually I can. I've been doing Duolingo.
So proud of you, actually. Hey, I'm on day 100, or am I? Yeah, 190, I think.
Oh
no.
shit! Fuck yeah, dude! I'm day 45 of Espanol.
Oh, I gotta start learning.
Yeah, 190 of Japanese.
Oh shit! Two
shit.
hablas Japanese? That's crazy. I don't know how to say
Hablas.
I don't know how to say Japanese in Spanish. I just
gotta
assume
go.
it would be Japanese. I don't fucking know.
It's Japonés.
Please spell session right, please. I don't even think. What?
Did you spell
Oh
session wrong?
damn! I spelled session wrong like a fucking
I can't
doorknob.
with this dude.
How do you edit that? Oh, there
You
it
go
is.
back to the
stream. Howdy.
Going great.
Gravity.
We're all a well-oiled machine right now.
Listen,
We're going. It's amazing.
I'm gonna be a doctor in 4 years.
Welcome to the stream, baby. Welcome to the stream.
I'm gonna be a mind doctor, so
God.
listen.
That's
Okay,
That's it.
so the first and okay, so by the way, somebody do please take notes, even if it's either chat. I don't care. Someone take notes because I'm gonna need these later. But also you guys will need these later, but mainly me will need these later. So someone please take these. Okay, so the first caravan that you highlight, or that you not highlight, that you pinpoint, that kind of like sticks out to you, it is a like crimson, almost like this mahogany, like crimson wood caravan that is like gilded and these like gold engravings. If you want, you can make me a yeah, go ahead and make me a I guess intelligence check. Yeah, make a flat intelligence check.
Sure.
Key. Who?
Yeah.
What's it? When the man?
Ooh, 22. 19 plus 3.
Let's see here. You did a saving throw, intelligence check. So
Oh, I'm retarded.
that would
One at the
be
top.
that's all good. So it's
13.
a 19 plus 1, so it's a dirty 20. No, not you guys, just Ryder, you dinglings.
I didn't get that far. I was
Yeah.
I was taking notes.
Oh, okay. So that's a dirty 20. Okay, cool. You see that these are abyssal runes that are written into this caravan. I don't know if you speak abyssal, but you can see that there's this like fiendish language that has been written all throughout the front side that's facing you. You see that these camels also are somewhat decayed. They look like they are sort of undead. So that's the first caravan that you spot. There is, as they
I didn't write
pass,
that down because you saw that.
as they pass,
Word.
you see a couple of other caravans that kind of go by. Then you see another one that pulls up. Stepping out of it, you see that it's a pretty normal looking caravan. There are nightmares that are pulling it, which are pretty much fiendish Pegasus. So the individual that steps out, you see he is very tall and sleek, very slender, maybe 6'2", 6'3". Seems to have high elvish features. However, his skin is very like gaunt, kind of clings to his cheekbones. You see as his jawline is very like noticeable, as like the skin sort of hugs tight, void of moisture or some sort of hydration. You see as he steps out, he's wearing this like all black sort of like almost like a suit, and as you see he like steps forward. Stepping off behind him, there are 3 smaller figures, roughly about like 3.5, 4 feet tall, that then begin to like dismantle the carriage. And you see as the carriage then folds up into like a little backpack, as they jump on each other's shoulders and then they disappear. And you see as he walks off with like 2, you see as like 2 massive orcs sort of hop off these wargs. What'd you get on your perception check again? It was a 20 something, I think. A 20.
I think it was just dirty 20.
No. On
you
your
said my perception
your
was
perception was a
22.
22. So as the orcs are walking by, do you speak Orcish by any chance?
I do not. It looks like I only speak sign language and Elvish.
So you catch a couple of words because it's spoken in common, as there are some words in Orcish that don't translate, or like in common that don't translate, and vice versa. So what you essentially hear is just a bunch of like grunts and like gurgles and like kind of grumbles. So all you hear is like, and then you hear the name Asmodeus. And then you see as they like walk off, they both have these like massive halberds. And then one of the orcs turns and yells to a like small little goblin. This goblin is maybe like 3.5 feet tall maximum. You see as he has like a hood on his head, very large head, small body, massive crossbow, that is somehow like just perfectly aligned with the height of his body, but not touching the floor and not too top heavy where he like stumbles over. And you hear the warg just says feed, or you hear the orc says feed the wargs. And you see the goblin kind of just nod and like grab like this giant chain. It like takes both of his hands and he just grabs it and then starts like walking the wargs as they like kind of walk away. So that's what you see, and then you kind of head into like a little corridor area, and then you pop into the bar. From there, we're gonna go over to our next individual who's pulling up to the bar, which is gonna be God damn it, your name frustrates me, Pat. Is it
Kazar Everclear?
Kazar? Okay, not Kaiser, Kazar.
Correct.
Got it. Like Huzzar, but Kazar. Okay, cool, got it. I need to go smoke some more weed. I'll do that later. Okay. Right.
Nope.
So you are in the illusory. What was it called again? The illusory.
I'm not in shit.
No, you're in a.
Sitting
Well,
in a
okay,
graveyard.
right.
I'm in a graveyard.
Ah, God damn it! You and your fucking graveyards, you whore. Okay. It is daytime. You are.
asleep. Imagine.
I'm gonna bury you. That's how you're in the graveyard. You're fucking buried. Somebody came by and put you in a coffin while you were sleeping and buried you and said, "Fuck that guy." Fucking weirdo. Anywho, okay. God damn it. Anyways, God, brain hurts. Brain, come on, you can do this. Let's get it. It's like cold starting a diesel truck. It stops every so often. You gotta fucking cold start it. Okay, right. You are exactly. Yeah. You are in the graveyard, and now you are leaving said graveyard to head to get food and drink for the day, and to see. I think no. Alistair needed you to follow up on fuck, what did I please tell me you wrote this down. He gave you a lead to follow up on
The
something.
wizard. It was the wizard. I had to go find
Yes.
the wizard because he
Yes. That is right.
he had some type of mission, but also he treated women badly, and so I had to go kill them.
Oh, he treated women and children badly. He experiments on them
Yeah.
because they're easy
Right,
to
exactly,
abduct.
exactly.
Yes.
He wants me to kill them or take care of them by
Well,
going on a mission with him because I'm a good doctor.
more or less,
Treat people.
you're getting an item for this guy. He just is saying, hey, this is a really bad person. I know you don't like me because I'm kind of a posh asshole, but if you help me, look at that guy, you could
Right.
heal of his sins. And healing of his sins you shall. Anywho.
Right, of
okay.
course.
Cool. Yeah. Clerically speaking, where you're gonna heal him with love and so much health in his body.
Yes, I'm gonna heal him to death.
Yeah, he's gonna have so much extra HP, he won't have any left over.
Right.
Yeah.
I just do the full circle. It's like when you're ADHD. and
Yeah,
you
yeah,
fix your sleep schedule. You just stay up super late and then sleep later, and then like by like day 8, your sleep schedule's fixed.
That is the most autistic sentence you've said in a while.
That made so much sense.
No, it
I'm
doesn't.
saying.
I get it.
You
I
get
get
it?
it.
You get it.
Yeah. You lost me for a second. I won't lie.
That's okay. And that's okay. You know. It's
I
okay.
got lost, but I found my way back.
It
I was like,
works,
I see
though.
where it's
It
going.
works, though.
Yeah.
It works.
All right, so you are heading into the city to try and figure out a lead on this wizard. Now, you know that the copper coin is a very common area for bounties to show up, a very common area for people to request assistance. So it could be, a good place to set up some sort of ability to meet with this wizard and maybe figure out where to go from there to sort of take care of this issue and fulfill your contract for Lord Alistair that he has originally employed you for.
See.
On your 20... What the fuck did you get again? Sorry.
On my perception,
Yeah.
21.
On your 21, as you head through the city streets. Oh, stream is looking healthy. Dope. Okay, cool. The first thing that you spot, which is very interesting, you personally don't run across this species per se, or subspecies of bird folk, just because it is a extreme rarity. You see that there is a ASMR that is walking maybe about 100 yards away from you. You see as he's kind of making his way through the streets, not as like a civilian almost. It's hard to explain, but only Khazar would understand that individuals that move this way typically are not of blissful ignorance in life or in the world. This is somebody who moves with a purpose and understands that there are other individuals that may move with their own purposes as well.
Okay.
So you can see that they're keeping an eye out, head on the swivel. Ink, question for you. Does Crow... So this might actually... I might retcon this depending on your answer, because I probably should have asked this first. Does Crow openly expose his wings? Or does he try and keep them furled and tucked away?
Asimar have wings?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I
So
did not know that. I am
Yeah.
Very stupid.
They are...
things are not visible um all the time. It's only when you activate your ability. But
Oh,
I flavored mine to have wings. So if you want to permanently have wings to hide, I'm pretty sure Ox would allow that because I
Oh,
don't want to
I
go.
I thought they
that's
permanently
cool.
had wings. That's
No,
I. Oh
I
shit.
mean,
I just wanted that.
oh, that's
Oh
really
fuck.
interesting.
That's
I
dope.
mean, I feel like he would be the type to hide his wings. Doesn't really care to have them. It's like just to make himself smaller to be able to go on
Sick.
the city.
So you don't notice an ASMR,
See,
Pat, but you do see an individual who is navigating the world, at least in front of you,
okay.
with purpose. It makes sense because you see these large caravans coming in. You spot the first two as well. That's, you were able to kind of lock in based on seeing this individual. You sort of saw their glaze kind of glance over. You see the orcs pass by. However, the orcs and this individual pass by you a bit closer than Crow. On that 21, you catch a conversation in Celestial, which I don't know if you speak.
Ooh, I didn't go Celestial this go time. I did Elvish and Sylvan.
So you hear the words of gods being spoken by this individual who's in like a black suit again, very gaunt skin, very like almost like a light whitish gray. Looks kind of like a like not an undertaker, but like almost like a walking tuxedo. Like he's so white compared to the black of his thing that he almost looks like the white vest of a tuxedo if like a giant were to wear him as a tux, if that makes any sense. That was the most autistic thing I've ever said in my life,
You
but
just said so many words,
but
and one of them made a lick of sense.
that was the most autistic
just-
way to describe somebody.
You just put letters together and said that makes sense, right?
I picked the wood to put down. It's okay.
Oh my lord. Yo, Payne, what's up, my brother? How you doing, G? I've missed you as well, brother. I've been keeping an eye on your fucking streams and TikTok, brother. Your little fucking Fortnite streams. Okay. So you hear that. However, at the end you catch a couple of words in Sylvan, which, as you know, is not often spoken at that, as that is the language of the Fae. You hear in Sylvan, the wizard has the map. We have somebody that can take care of him and get the item. And you see as the individual takes a sending stone out of their ear and puts it into a pocket and walks by you. However, on that 21, which I'm pissed because you beat his sleight of hand by 1, so I'm going to allow you to take a reaction. Whatever you want to do is totally up to you. I'm just kind of annoyed because this sucks because I was going to do some shenaniganery. You see as he walks by you, a sudden like shift in his shadow moves, and you notice as his shadow begins to move separately from where he's going, as it almost looks to reach out and up towards you, to like connect to your shadow. What do you do?
With my background of being a cleric of death, would I know what this is off the top? Like, what I have seen this before as I deal with?
Roll me Arcana or Religion. Yeah, Arcana or Religion.
Both are four.
Totally oop to you.
Oh, that was atrocious. 8. I don't know shit.
There are many creatures, and many followers of different gods or arcane powers that can manipulate shadow magic. Um,
Okay.
Dampiers are able to. Certain undead are able to. Like some fiends and devils are able to manipulate shadows. Sorcerers and like certain warlocks, wizards, they are able to like play tricks and things like that. So like you don't know if there's it's not like you're picking up on anything immediate where it's like, oh shit, this is bad. But you do know like something is obviously using some sort of shadow magic.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm thinking I want to do. I kind of want to. It's a reaction, right? Not an actual action.
Yeah, this is a reaction. Just because you were able to beat that sleight of hand by literally one, I'm giving you a reaction to like you can do whatever you want in the reaction. So if you're like, can I cast a spell
Okay.
or something, I'll let you. But it's like that is the thing. It's not like I say this and do this. It's
I got you. No, I got you.
yeah.
I think as somebody who does move with purpose and seeing this individual, firstly, would I know this individual from the Silver Christ fucker, Asmodeus? Would I know this would be somebody related to him? As they mentioned, some like having somebody to take care of the wizard and get the item. I would assume I would be the only one who would know that information. So somehow this person would be related to.
Well, you don't know this individual's name because you
Right.
didn't
No.
hear the
Exactly. I don't. I don't
orcs.
know this individual's name. Yes, but would I have seen this individual related to somewhere?
Oh, Actually, very interesting enough with your cleric background. Technically, yes, you would. Roll me a history check.
History. Okay.
Yeah, you can
Oh,
do
this
it.
is god awful. 16.
History or okay, history. Yeah, I think history would be the best one. What'd you get?
16.
You've seen, I would say, throughout like different tomes, you've seen drawings or like images depicting an individual like this. There's different cultures describe this individual differently, but you've seen some that describe like a very pale individual. You remember the name is Asmodeus, the one of the gods of death. He is a Dampier manor lord. Essentially, just like he was like this street urchin rogue scum centuries ago, and then kind of just like built his way into power, political power, all that kind of stuff. Now he's like one of the main like reapers for like one of the different gods of death like throughout the pantheon. But yeah, I would say that's 16.
So technically, I would find this man in favor, not of uh um in terms like I don't think he would do any harmful to me because I am a cleric of death. At least
Yeah,
Asmodeus,
I would say this initial
individual I've seen in tomes.
Yeah,
That looks like this guy.
I would say on that initial Arcana or religion check of 8 that with this additional information, you don't believe that you are being harmed.
Okay. Cool. I'm actually not gonna take a reaction. Or I guess it would be a reaction. I'm going to kneel and say, "Asmodeus, my lord," in Sylvan, and bow my head, just to see what happens. I would assume, like from his perspective, this looks like the person he's seen in tomes.
Interesting. As you kneel, the shadow connects with yours. The individual continues to walk. However, you see that there is a slight what's the word I'm looking for?
Hesitation? No.
You see as the shadow disconnects, there is a sort of like feeling of acknowledgement. Like it's hard to explain. It's as if like a god acknowledged you without acknowledging you. Yeah, like kind of like, okay, you're in my presence, you know who I am, you're a follower or a worshiper or something like that. I acknowledge you, and he kind of just continues like on his way. And then the orcs then like after that pass you like maybe 10 seconds later.
Okay. And that's all.
Cool. So you notice that as you head to the copper coin, however, excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you. You see there is a young barmaiden who is in the alleyway of the copper coin. You see as she is talking to a tall, light blue, like younger lizard folk. He doesn't look like you've seen Dragonborns. Those are usually stockier builds. This one is more of like a slender build, so he looks more lizard folk, which are a little bit more feral than Dragonborns. Excuse me. But you see as he's kind of standing over her, she seems to like hand him an envelope, and you see as he gives her a bag of money, and she hands her a bag, and she points inside, and she like steps aside, and he walks in. She turns and looks at a you see that there's like a small window just like above, maybe like 15 feet above where she's standing, and you see as she looks up there, a like young all black dragonborn just crosses the window frame for a second, and you see as the woman's eyes sort of light up and then run inside. So you catch that little interaction as you're taking a different way, and then you head into the bar from there. Up next is, goodness gracious, I love this. This is like playing Baldur's Gate. But like everything is a story. Where am I going? I'm trying to look for something here. Who had the next perception check? Hold on. So there was what the perception check? 15 and then 22 and wait, what? Oh. Right. Okay. Nix, you after reading after one division and reading the letter that was under the door, you walk by your like as you're sort of like reading it, walking around, you like cross over by the window. The letter mentioning that there is some sort of like a major bounty or something like that, like a big adventure that's going on, that there's supposed to be some wizard or somebody coming here like trying to recruit individuals. What do you want to do? You're already here at the copper coin. What would you like to do?
I mean, I'm already here, and the concept of adventure and fame sounds pretty good to me. So I might as well go hear what this guy is gonna say.
Cool. Do you get any of your gear together? Do you leave everything up here and kind of head down and just like your day to day stuff? Like what are you taking with you as you like head out?
I'm just gonna take the gear that I would need to like survive the day. I've been traveling light because I've been traveling such a distance, so and trying to keep my stuff safe. So most of it's gonna stay on me. Anything I would need to fight, uh, or if I needed to get out quick, I would take.
Cool, cool. Sounds good. As you open the door and you begin to head down, on that 17 perception, you can see the tavern's already beginning to fill up. It looks like the festival that you sort of like were aware of when you rolled in. It looks like today is like the first day, so people are kind of getting here early, setting things up. So the bar is pretty early. There's a bunch of people coming in. You see that there are, I mean, there's a shit ton of people here. I mean, you can tell obviously which ones are the adventurers. A lot of these like big like groups are coming in. You can see those that have gear with them. There are like warlocks. There are sorcerers. There are wizards. You see that there are a bunch of like different barbarians, clerics. You can kind of like see that this is like the central hub for Starhaven and like adventuring. There's a massive like, not really like a board. It's kind of like a big ol' like mailbox system essentially, but there are like different like magical things that are set on there where like if the bounty bearer is like in a different city or something like that, you can still accept it from there. So it's kind of like a bounty board, but like fancy, I guess. So you kind of see like there's like this huge area. You can see that there are groups beginning to join up around there. The first thing that you see on that 17 is there's a ink. What does Crow look like as he travels on a day to day? Not necessarily in like combat mode or in sneaky mode, but how does he sort of like carry himself or present himself throughout the day?
For the most part, he just wears general commoner clothes, a nice like a gray tunic with I don't know what they're called in that time period, but just some like almost brown but like desaturated trousers, and then just some essentially horse riding boots.
Cool. Nix, you see a quite tall, rather slender build, muscular, slender build individual walk in. Very common. However, you can tell that there is, I mean, on that 17, a perception enough to understand that while this individual might be in commoner's clothes, they carry themselves in a way where they, to your better judgment, might not just be a commoner, or if it is, it's a very strong commoner, like a field hand, or possibly like a could be like a little dragon wrangler or something like that.
Would there be any like recognition of his race? Would I be able to tell, being my father and a half blood? Uh, would be the same.
I would say on that 17, I don't think so.
Okay.
ASMRs look relatively a mix sometimes between human and or like half elf races, so you could assume that I would say it could be a toss up. I wouldn't say an ASMR would be out of the question, but I would say for Nyx, it would be maybe it could be an ASMR, could be half elf, could be a human, could be a different subspecies of elf, could be a couple of things, but I wouldn't say like she would be like, yeah, it's definitely ASMR, but I would say it's on your radar for sure. Like, very interesting sort of like features and build of this individual.
All right.
Which also interesting enough, quite the opposite. I was sorry. I'm so goofy. Oh no, that's actually perfect. But I had the wrong character up, which is weird that I somehow described both of them and they are almost equally of thing. That's crazy. Anywho, okay, so a little bit more detail on Crow. But yeah, he's got the black hair and a white streak. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. I knew there was some more in there. And then Kazar walks in. So, how does Kazar present himself? As you walk in within like 20 seconds after Crow entering.
Yeah, I think commonly he would be wearing, I guess, some type of variant of cleric robes, maybe. Maybe like a more modern take to it in terms of like he has what would that be? I guess a scarf, like a really bigger scarf that kind of like drapes down into like a kind of like a cape, so to speak.
Mm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
but
Mm-hmm.
typically he's wearing like similar to Crow here, but a different color, a kind of like a dark greenish, maybe like leaning a little bit towards like blackish, uh, tunic,
Mm-hmm.
um,
Mm-hmm.
with like um a darker purple sash across his waist, um, to represent his death cleric domain. Uh, and I would say his pants, nothing too crazy, just some black trousers. He wasn't brought well off. He was out in the boonies for most of his life, living in some graveyard, so nothing too crazy. But he has long white flowing hair with two braids going down on the inside, kind of scruffy, has somewhat of like maybe 5 o'clock shadow esque goatee vibes going on. Um, and he walks around with his staff, which is a essentially a quarter staff made of bones with a skull on top of it.
Nice. Nix, as you see these two individuals walk in, um, you can see that the bar is getting pretty busy. What would be your immediate reaction? Are you wanting to look for the wizard? Do you want to head to the bounty board? Do you want to strike up conversations with any of the adventurers that you sort of see around? What would you like to do?
I'm pretty here for the business, not necessarily to make friends. I do want to know though if I recognize anybody. As this tavern's filling up, anybody that you know might know who I am, I might know who they are. Just sort of keeping my bearings.
Roll me another perception check.
Okay. 16.
You spot a couple of people that you are able to catch their glance as it's just leaving your direction in an odd enough way to be picked up by your perception, enough for it to catch your attention. There is, in the far left corner, you see that there is a very tall figure that is wearing a robe and a cloak that is covering their face, but you see a massively long beard that disappears underneath the table, and you see as it slowly curls around and comes back out, wraps around the foot of this individual, and drapes down onto the ground. So that is the first person that you see that kind of, the hood just sort of slowly shifts direction from like looking up here. It kind of just looks this direction now. You also see that there is a very tall, and what I mean by very tall, I'm like talking like he's like 8 feet tall, but like very long limbed, like royal blue, almost like a piercing royal blue lizard folk who is kind of just like sitting fully sprawled out, like taking up one giant booth to himself, as his legs are kind of like sprawled up on the table. He's got his arms all the way out this way. But you see as his gaze does not look away. You see as you sort of glance over to him before glancing onto the next one. You see a very fiendish grin crack across his face as a forked tongue flicks out and back in. The next person that you see that does look away is the bar maiden. She sees you, and immediately as like your eyes turn to gaze to her, you can see as she immediately looks away and like scurries off into the bar.
Can I make an insight on the lizard folk?
Sure. Go ahead and make an insight. I'm debating if I want to go drink 100 milligram drink right now.
19.
This boy Walden.
Should I?
No, you're
Why?
already high.
You should.
19? Okay, I'll be right back while I figure out what cool shit to throw at you. Uno momento.
It's 11:10, baby.
Cute, I'm gonna get a drink. Do you want a little sip? Oh, damn.
I just bloody cannot.
Oh, they're leaving. How you doing, Ghost?
I'm awake.
Why the fuck
Chilling.
for myself?
I've got the worst craving for like all the fruit in the world right now.
That's valid.
I'm craving for me bad though.
Real.
LOL. Imagine not being in your bed.
Sure, so.
Okay. You got a 19, you said?
Yes, sir.
Okay. On that 19 insight, what are you trying to clock here with the lizard folk? 19's good, but let's narrow it down.
So a lot of my fears right now and being in this town is that somebody is going to try to drag me back home, that somebody's going to recognize me, because I know very well that my family would be looking for me. So I'm trying to figure out if he knows who I am and is any sort of threat to me.
On a 19, I would say, based on his posture, based on the double scimitars that he has, and the heavy crossbow, and his overall demeanor, this is probably a bounty hunter or mercenary. I don't think Nyx would get the feeling, based off of that grin and all of this information, that this individual is looking to take you back home. Maybe looking to take you somewhere or do something, but I don't think Nyx gets the feeling that this individual is trying to get her back home for her family's sake.
Okay. Someone of interest, but doesn't seem like could be an ally. essentially. That's what I'm seeing it as.
Sure.
Anyone can be an ally with the right paycheck.
True.
I'm gonna keep an eye on him out of the corner of my eye. But I'm gonna look for this wizard that I was told about.
Cool. You begin to head down. Ankis, as you make your way through the town center, you're not too far away from Coppercoin. It's like a 5-10 minute walk from where you are. You begin to sort of see some of the town festivities coming up. You're coming through like the market and the food square, so you got a plethora of like just amazing bakery smells, fresh seafood being grilled. You smell different meats that are cooking. None of the stalls are open yet, but you see as a older deep gnome kind of like walks out as you're sort of walking, making your way towards the Copper Tavern, and he goes, "Oh, excuse me, Sonny. Would you do me a favor? Would you taste my Drake flank and tell me if it's spicy enough? I'm entering this summer solstice festival's cook off, and I'd like to know what you think." And you see as he like hands you, he like brings out this like plate, and you see that there's like a large spiked dorsal fin and like this massive like chunk of meat that has these like almost inch and a half thick scales on the top, but you see like it's got this really good sear. It smells amazing. You see there's like this massive piece of like citrus that he like squeezes on top of it, that kind of like sizzles because the plate is also somewhat hot. It smells great, but he hands you this plate and he goes, "Tell me, what do you think of this?"
My friend, you're asking the wrong person. I'm used to a lot hotter than what you're asking me to taste, so I'm not the best judge.
Oh, I mean, you don't think it's gonna be spicy enough?
From the smell of it, it will be spicy, but for me, it's not spicy enough.
You see, as you have shattered this man's world, his hopes and his dreams, and he just drops the plate and looks down. And he goes, "Oh, all right, Mabel. Well, I guess next year we'll try again." And you see, as he kind of just walks off to his wife, and she's like,
Before you do this, I place a hand on his head and go, "Don't be disheartened. There'll be others that will love it. I'm half dragonborn. Nothing is gonna be spicy enough for my platter."
You see as he immediately goes, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I can't believe I offered you, I guess, kind of your own kin. I'm so, I don't," he runs away. He's utterly, he's so embarrassed that he just offered you, I guess, like, a third cousin to eat, maybe? I don't know how drakes and dragons and dragonborn, they're all kind of related.
Somewhat related.
I think so, yeah. So he just offered you, yeah, like a third cousin or something. Anyway, he runs away in utter embarrassment, and he's like, "Oh fuck, Mabel, pack up! I've shamed our entire family. We're going back to the fucking hills immediately. Oh my god!" She's like, "What's that? I don't know what." She's like, "Daryl, calm down. What's going on?" Anywho, you continue to walk by. There's like a ton of like bustling going on. Roll me another perception check if you could, pour flavor, as we enter this new area. Oh,
That will be 11.
11. Okay, cool. Question. Wait, I don't want to ask this out loud because if I find my answer, I would like this to be just a me thing. Does somebody have it?
But that's not all the fun.
No one has it. Dang it. Why don't... Jesus Christ. You have so many daggers. Oh my goodness. Why is nothing equipped? Ah! What has happened to you, Crow? Nothing is equipped. How you fight? Ah, there you go. Then there it is. Okay.
How do fight?
How do fight? Anywho, okay. What was your new? Sorry, what happened? 11.
I rolled 11.
As you head down, you see the copper coin. There is a small crowd, sort of gathering around the front, at the like entrance as you approach. It's very difficult to get through. You see, from like where you are, you can't really see because there's like a bunch of people. But like somebody is at like the entrance because you can see the doors like halfway open. But like everybody's like rushing around and cheering. Give me a athletic. Well, I mean, how do you want to try and get through? Do you want to try and like push your way through? Do you want to like yell at people to get the fuck out of your way? How do you want to like try and get your way like into the tavern past this like blockade of people?
With a very commanding voice, I go, move out of the way now.
Roll me a intimidation at advantage, Port Flagger.
Thank God. 15.
You see as like people begin to move, the first group is like mainly like just regular commoners, like men and women, but they look like parents. Some of them are like also like younger. You can see that there's like kids around as you sort of like people just begin to like move out of your way from the booming voice. You can see at the very front there is a he's a how do I explain what the race is? You don't know what you're looking at. You see an individual in front of you. However, there are no outstanding features that are male nor female. There also aren't any outstanding features of the race. You essentially are looking at almost what one could say is a drawing of what the blandest human form could be. And that's what you see. And he goes,
Dude is normal.
well, it's more or less this. Hold on.
It's like from the episode of SpongeBob when everybody was normal and they're just like bland.
No, that's not it at all.
Okay, I'll shut up now.
It's I don't know. I don't want to roll. Okay, I guess yeah, Incus roll or Ancus roll a I'd say like a nature check. Yeah.
Okay. That's going to be a 14.
You've heard of... You've never seen one. A lot of people never see the true forms of these individuals. What you're looking at is a shapeshifter in its truest form, which is almost no form. It's just a outline of a human, essentially. I don't know. There's not like a image to give you that would like make sense of how I'm trying to describe it. But like, think of a Terminator, the one that turns into like the liquid metal. But think of it if he was just the liquid metal and there was no obvious like signs that it was a man or a woman. It was just a liquid metal and Silver Surfer, but minus the obvious dude lookage. That's like the best way to explain what this individual looks like. Looks like a Silver Surfer. And as you walk up, he goes, I am sorry, good sir. I did not mean to block your entry into this fine establishment. My fans merely wanted a quick moment. Please let me move aside for you so that way you can conduct your business. And you see as he kind of steps aside and pushes the door open a little bit more and kind of like bows a little bit and offers you a gesture to enter the bar or the tavern.
I give him a slight nod as I pass by him.
As you pass by, he pats you on the shoulder. I need you to roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Spooky, scary skeletons.
I love
That's gonna be an 8.
8. Okay, perfect. I truly love like the first 5 sessions of D&D because like it genuinely builds like the foundation. Because like have you noticed like our first couple of sessions have been like little pinpoints of everybody building up to like where everyone then acts as a group. It's so interesting to see like that shit kind of evolve. Anywho, right. So you got an 8, you said, or an 18? 8.
An 8.
As you brush, or as he places his hand on your shoulder, you get a sudden image of a young, like all black, young dragonborn with, 1 second, very interesting wings. You've heard of an individual like this through your parents. However, only in stories that they've told or memories from their past. You've never met this individual. However, the person that you see somewhat resembles of a child that your parents had spoke of, an offspring of another from Tiamat and an Asimar named Kafriel. As you see this image, you can see that there is a large warforge holding them by the horn. You can see that there is a Asimar with massive, beautiful, sleek black wings, almost in a sharpened state where they look somewhat like blades. You see that individual. You see another very tall. Khazar have never like Shadar Kai.
Shatter Kai.
They're elves, are they not? Well,
Yeah,
kind of, right?
They're an elf. They're a subspecies of elves.
Mhm.
Their skin's really ashen, more so than anything, and they're taller, a little more slender.
Are they mountainous? Are they like underground? Like where do they? Because I know of them vaguely. I just don't know where their like main domain is.
I can't remember exactly if they're mountains or not.
Let me look up here.
They're shadow elves essentially. It's the Shadowfell, a dark and gloomy realm.
Ah, okay. I got you. Okay, 666. Yeah. Oh, they're kind of like they're from the Underdark. Yeah. So they're like dark. They're like dark elves, but not dark elves. They're
shadow elves.
Yeah. Okay. Dope. Yeah. They are. Yeah. So they're from Underdark, which is essentially okay. That's sick.
Why my skin is so ashen.
Yeah. Wait. How do you not speak deep then? You should. By default, you should have the ability to speak deep because technically Shatter Kai are deep folk. So you should, if you can, go ahead and add that to your list of languages that you could speak, because that's actually, I realized I don't think anybody here speaks deep, and I have quite a adventure in the Underdark.
Is
which
it just deep, DEP?
I think it's just deep. Yeah, I think it's just called deep
Okay.
or deep speech. Not 100% sure what
I'll
5e
keep it
calls
as
it now.
deep, So
Sick. So, what the fuck was I saying? I already forgot where I was.
I was looking at chat.
Right.
So-
No. So you see that image of a large warforged holding this. You don't see that image. Sorry. Who the fuck was I just talking about? And why did I switch over to
me?
Yeah, why did I switch over to fucking Khazar? I don't know. Ankiss, I'm so sorry. I don't know what's happening right now. Fuck me. Right, so the guy let you walk by.
When?
Oh, I was explaining you see right. I was trying to explain so the first person that you see
Oh.
after the person wait, hold on. Good Christ.
Are you trying to explain who me and Inks are? Like what we look like?
Yeah, but I skipped. I got ahead of myself. I didn't finish the vision, and I just jumped into you guys. That's where I tripped myself up. Okay, so Ghost, you see the vision. The person that you see resembles a child that your parents mentioned many years ago. However, this Dragonborn looks significantly older, so you're not 100% sure. However, as that vision ends, the shifter walks out and like closes the door behind him as he kind of heads back out to the fans. You immediately see this very tall ashened elf that stands out. There's a lot of races here. Shatterkai are very rare. They do not leave the Underdark at all. The ones that do usually are sellswords, cutthroats. They are assassins.
My father.
Yeah, they are very. If they do leave the Underdark, they're nomadic and they're not, quote unquote, established, like the other Shatterkai are. Anywho, so that's who you see after that vision happens. Immediately after that, however, you see walking down the stairs, which is what I was trying to get to, which is where I tripped up because I didn't know how I got sidetracked. You see a oh, okay, guys, I'm so sorry.
Oh, here we go.
Today's been a tough day. Okay, Ghost, in your vision, you see Inks, his character, Crow. You see an ASMR with their daggers out. You see their wings extended. Their wings look very sharp as well, sleek black feathers. The large Warforged is holding this Dragonborn, this young black Dragonborn, by the horn as she seems to be unconscious. You see the Ashen Elf as well, with their mace as they are preparing a necromantic spell. And you can see yourself sort of in this fighting stance. As that vision ends, those three are immediately highlighted. Not highlighted, but like as you snap to from the vision, it's almost as if like the prophecy. You see as Khazar is sort of like moving and making his way over towards the bounty board to try and figure out where to find this wizard. You see as Crow is also making his way through the crowd, heading off to like a booth area, and then you don't see the individual with his wings out, but you see like these people that were in the vision, and then you see walking down the stairs. You see the young black Dragonborn that was in your vision. What is it that you would like to do?
I think for now, considering he's more focused on learning more about
knew
the
we'd get
world,
there, chat.
finding
It
out
takes me a
things,
moment.
He's gonna go to the
Takes me a
bounty
fucking
board
moment.
and look for a contract.
Cool. You guys head to so you head to the bounty board. you see as the elf is over at the bounty board as well, and then walking up towards you. So the three of you that connect at the bounty board, yeah. I would say, well, I guess Inks, would you also be looking for the bounty? I can't remember if I specifically said if Svather mentioned that somebody would be contacting you at the bar, or if he had just simply mentioned of a bounty at the bar. Do you remember?
From what I remember, I was just told that there was a bounty at that bar.
Right. Okay. So that works out even better. All four of you approach the bounty board. As you guys do, I'm going to hand it over to you guys. How do the four of you interact as you guys are all together for the first time, now looking at this bounty board?
I guess there is a god.
I guess there is a god. I guess so.
I guess so. Hey, he brought us all here together.
And that is
His
me.
name is Dion.
I am God.
And so humble too.
Of course.
Listen, if you worship me, I promise I'll repay the favor. I'm a benevolent God. All I want is praise. That's it.
I'll rub your belly.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that'll do.
I got you. Yeah, I got you.
All right.
That'll do.
Anyway, okay, let's do this.
It's role play. Let's get into it.
I guess I'm gonna explain my actions first before I say anything.
Go
Go
for
ahead.
it.
I think as Kazar walks up towards the board, I assume there's a shit ton of people looking at this board currently. So he doesn't necessarily like walk up into the crowd of people. And I believe his eyesight is actually very good, hence living in the Underdark. He can see pretty fucking well. So he stands off farther back towards the outskirts of the group, and is kind of mumbling these words to himself, like wizard, women killer, child torture, kind of like just like repeating all these words as he's like looking for this wizard, trying to recollect what he's exactly looking for. And is just trying to find this bounty on the wall in general. I don't think he really like interacts with a lot of people in a sense, but he does point out, or he does see the key important folks that was all described so far. He looks over and glances and sees all of them somewhere near, also looking for something that seems to be important to them. And so far that's it.
So, Nixie's gonna be right up against the board. She's not shying away from, taking space, figuring out what she wants. But as she's like reading through these contracts, not finding anything like too particularly, like stand out, as she's gonna hear like him whispering these things, and turn around and like look at this stranger in the face, and she's gonna say, what'd you say?
Huh? Who? Me?
You. Yeah.
Oh. A wizard? I'm looking for a wizard. Are you looking for a wizard? Who are you?
I
Like
might
instantly
be.
starts asking questions.
I might be.
Hmm.
Why are you looking for a wizard?
I think Kazar flips a switch in his head as he realized he was going down like a pretty dark path on like his side of things. He's supposed to be this cleric that's happy and heals people, and so I think you see him kind of like shake his head for a second and put on this brilliant fake smile. Oh, I'm here to heal him. I shall join his party and provide healing needs for this adventure that he's looking for.
Can I insight that?
Sure, go ahead and roll me an insight against a contested deception. Blind. I'm high as fuck. I
My
don't know how to-
my deception is 0.
Oh,
I got a 16, baby.
Uh-oh.
I got a 6.
Yeah.
Ay.
Yeah, this cleric seems odd. Nyx doesn't think he's here to heal him per se, the way that you might think healing's supposed to happen, but
He's
yeah.
just sitting there smiling.
Yeah, you see someone who's like, oh, he's gonna heal him with holy fire, essentially. Like, I'm going to cleanse this individual by burning them away.
I'm gonna kind of like give him like a bit of a knowing look, like pause for a moment, as I kind of let the awkward silence of yeah, okay, sure, bud, settle in, and tell tell him well, if there's information that you have on this, I like to know who I'm working with, you know. And if there's opportunities to be had and the right thing to do to be done, then I think you and I could, you know, get together and exchange some information, a quid pro quo, perhaps.
I think I actively still stare at you while I'm having an inner turmoil going. Because he did clock that knowing look. And he's like, okay, kill this dragonborn, scratch that. It's a he looks again.
You
appears
say
to
that
be
out loud?
woman. No. Inner
Okay.
inner turmoil.
Nope. Don't do that.
Kill dragonborn. Wait, appears to be woman. JK.
Don't murder Lady Dragon.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay. And then he kind of like hesitates. He's like, "Oh yes. How do you feel about individuals who take advantage of the helpless?"
It's a bit of an interesting get to know you question.
Well, you see, as a cleric of healing properties,
What is
All
your
right.
I need to
stance on abuse?
I need to
I
know
need
if
to
I party up
know.
with someone.
Do I fuck
How
you up
they feel
now?
about
Oh my
Oh my
lord,
fucking
we've
God.
murdered her. She's dead. We've killed Kel.
GG.
Oh.
slowly taking poison
Uh,
damage.
Stop making me laugh. She's fuck. I'm good. She's kind of gonna raise an eyebrow at him at that question. And I do what needs to be done. But everybody that I do that to deserves it. Trust me. I take from those that deserve to be taken from.
I nod my head and say, "We shall see," and walk towards another side of the area.
Nice. The tavern definitely begins to pick up more. I'm gonna share my screen for those of you if you want to listen. You kind of hear as like the people begin to talk more. Bands are setting up. Lutes and flutes are playing. As you guys are sort of around the bounty board, Crow, as you see these individuals interacting, how do you interact as you look for this bounty? Do you chime in with them as you overhear their communications about a wizard? Same thing with you, Ankis. What do you guys want to do as you sort of are in close enough proximity to hear both these two others speak?
So Ankiss is actually looking at the boards, touching each of the bounties to take a closer look at them. As he comes across one of the bounties, the unseelie rune that was carved in his hand starts glowing a dark green color, and he pulls it off and looks at it and reads out loud, "Wizard in need of help."
You read that out loud.
Yes, I read that out loud.
Nyx, Crow, and Kazar, how do
I clock it.
y'all react?
I take note of it, but I don't really do anything about it. I just kind of sit there and check out the situation.
I'm gonna turn to. Oh, we didn't fucking introduce our names.
Nope.
I'm gonna turn to the guy that I had just talked to, and see if he caught that as well.
I kind of like raised my head up a little bit while eyeing this dragonborn. Was like nod.
Okay, I'll bite. I'm going to approach this other, I assume I can tell is at least somewhat draconic person, and go, heard what you said there. There's a chance we might be looking for the same person. What do you know?
Only what it says on the bounty here, the wizard's looking for help, and by the looks of it, he's looking for 4 people.
As this happens, Kazar kind of makes his way to around Ryder, like closer.
Cool.
Do I take notice of this?
Yeah, you can. I mean, I would say so. Like anything where it's inter-party, unless stated otherwise, like I'm being deceptive or I'm sneaking, I would say everything is perceptible by each player, unless obviously stated like I would like to sneak up to Crow, for instance. So yeah, you see clock as this ashened elf sort of begins making his way like closer towards where you are.
I make eye contact with him.
Cool, you guys just both smolder at each other with your big old dicks in your hands. What are we doing here? I look at you, you look at me, we look at each other.
I turn and I look at him and I just go, hey, how are you? Big shit-eating grin on my face.
Huh?
Doing well. How are you?
No? Thirsty.
Thirsty.
We're at a tavern after all.
Oh, of course, of course. Would you like?
With this being said, hearing that, I'm gonna say I agree. Why don't we sit together and have a drink and discuss this not in front of everyone?
I look over. I'm like,
Mark.
Oh, my stream just
Mark?
stopped. Oopsie.
Oh, no.
Mark?
oh,
What's
Mark?
this about a mark? What makes you think I'd be interested?
I don't know anything about Mark. I'm
Who the
not
fuck
about
is
the
Mark?
bounty. Yeah,
Who the fuck is Mark?
who is Mark?
you're the one that said Mark.
Mark.
Uh,
Is this wizard a mock to you?
What?
Who's Mark? I'm confused.
I don't know where we got Mark. All I heard was Ink say Mark.
Oh, I
don't
can't
figure it
stream and have you guys hear the music at the same time? Ah, fuck.
No.
Diddle danger.
Okay, question. Do I continue streaming or do I turn off Discord streaming?
Might
I
as well just turn Discord music. Yeah, because then we're all listening to it anyways. We're
Sure.
more focused on this.
I don't listen to the music. I don't care about it.
Sure,
Okay.
that's fine.
Alright. Damn. It keeps, okay, cool. We'll just start that back up then.
Somebody's playing
Yeah, who's Mark? What happened here? Why is there a
Did
fucking
you say
Mark?
do we need to discuss this Mark? And then Ink said
Yes.
Mark. And then I was like, Mark.
Okay.
I'm so confused. Are we?
And then I asked, is this wizard a mock to you?
Oh.
As I look over, pan to the side.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Like a mark, like a target. Yeah,
there you
yeah.
go.
Yeah.
So at this point, the only one that is confused is Ox because we all knew what we were talking
Yes.
about.
Yeah.
I didn't know what we were talking about. I was
Okay.
You're the one that said
Fuck
Mark.
yeah.
I didn't say Mark.
It's not just
We all
me
heard you say
confused.
Mark.
Although it doesn't help that the person on my side is doped up on codeine, so
Yeah, you fucked up.
I think I might have picked the wrong person to back me on this one.
Yeah, hey, chat.
I could be wrong. I think I might be wrong. Now that I'm looking at it, yeah. Okay.
Dude, if
As
you
you-
clip with me saying Mark, I'm gonna lose my mind.
As you guys are chatting, a small person comes up between all of you and goes, excuse me, as he walks up to Angus and he goes, hey, you, glowing hand, I heard you were talking about a wizard. You mind if I see that bounty? I'd love to tag along with you if it's the right one. Is that the wizard that needs help with the jungle pyramid ruins? Is that the one? Is that it?
Hang on. Let me get a proper read of this.
Insight?
Wizard needing
Insight.
help.
One insight.
Fire 4.
Yes.
Yeah. It does say here I need help with a pyramid in the jungle.
Yes. Insight? Insight on what? On him? What are you trying to pick
him.
up? What are you trying to pick up?
I'm trying to pick up if he knows more than he's kind of letting on about this, or if he actually seems like an inexperienced just creature that is excited to go on a quest.
Sure. Go ahead and roll me an insight. Crow and Kazar, is there anything you guys would like to do with this
fuck.
guy?
I think I'm going to. Could I bless this random dragonborn as I see that their gears are working in their head, so to speak?
Sure. Yeah.
I kind of tap my quarterstaff on try to make it unnoticeable as much as possible. I kind of tap your ankle with the quarterstaff, casting bless on you.
Okay.
Um,
I think it's a
however-
D4 to your
Yeah,
perception check or your insight.
yeah.
Which is still not gonna be enough, but
Damn.
Damn.
Didn't fucking matter anyway.
Which a nat
Yeah.
1? Goodness.
I just kind of shake my head. Just.
I mean, you see, so he is a halfling. He's about, again, very small, 3.5 feet tall. You see he's barefoot. He's got this, small scimitar. To you, it would be maybe, almost considered a dagger. But he's got this small little scimitar. He's got pirate garb on, so you see he's got fluffy pantaloons. You see he's got a pretty fluffy shirt. He has on this big tri-horn hat that's way larger than his own head, with this big ass griffin feather that kind of flocks out to the side. He looks like a I mean, his clothes are very clean. Doesn't look like this guy has seen much adventuring. This might be just like, you know, a sailor who's like trying to, you know, make his riches or something really quickly. Heard about some job or something like that. But yeah, he seems like just a normal dude who would be picking up, you know, an adventuring job, something like you maybe trying to find adventure somewhere or create a legacy or something. Anybody else?
So we're looking for a wizard, from what I'm gathering here.
Are you?
I guess there is a god.
Yes.
I might be. I'm here for a bounty. That's all I know. I don't know which one. Wasn't given any details. But
Well, since this
There's-
individual, I kind of like turn towards the bigger dragonborn and the smaller dragon, the dragonborn pair.
The copy and paste Dragonborns.
Yeah, that one. I'd be like, well, you've mentioned the wizard, looking towards, I forgot his name. I didn't even know his name. Ghost, the bigger dragonborn. And
Right,
you've
I'm going to
mentioned
say
the
now. I'm going to say now. He looks nothing like a dragonborn. He is actually more on the half elf looking side.
Oh, okay. So 3 of us all look like elves, and then we have 1 dragonborn looking. Got it. Okay, cool.
Greedy bitch.
I was like, to you, half elf thing, and you, dragonborn. We've all mentioned the wizard, but this individual, I look back at Ryder or this other half elf looking person.
I smile back and I go, "Hey, how are you?"
You don't even know why you're here. You could be go picking mushrooms for all you know.
He's here to fuck shit up.
So it's interesting.
No.
I thought they were-
He's
I
gonna
thought
be
there were commas
fucking shit.
between
I hate y'all. I hate y'all so fucking much. It's interesting you're going along with this. However, this little halfling down here, and then I look down, mentioned the wizard. So maybe the halfling
My name's
half elf one.
Pip. I'm Pip.
Pip.
You
Hey,
just
hey.
call me Pip.
Hey, Pip.
Yep. I'm Pip. Nice to meet you.
But we all forego, and you, Mr. Individual, in the weird common clothing area, get your fashion checked. You go look for whatever bounty you.
Pip goes,
Ooh.
damn, burn.
We shopped at the same district.
Yeah, well, it looks better on me because I'm a cleric. I don't know what you are.
Pip raises his hand. He's like, I know a good place for like pirate stuff. You guys want to?
So happy for you.
Try
Pip.
it.
Anyway, the
Oh,
adult.
I look over.
Thank you.
Okay.
I look over at Pip, and I just say, I lean down a little bit closer with a still shit-eating grin, and I say, "Get out of here."
You see Pip quivers and he's like, I'm gonna leave. Goodbye now. And he just turns. You see as he like quivers for a moment and he just goes, ugh, and just walks away.
No, Pip.
Nick seeing
Go ahead,
that
go ahead.
is going to like sort of grab Ryder's arm and be like, he might have had information for us, and you haven't had much of anything. So how about before you make decisions, you let the rest of us talk.
Ooh.
As that happens, I
Okay.
reach my quarterstaff around Pip, kind of like a cane, like an old man with the cane.
Oh my god.
Get back
You're gonna
and just
fucking
yoink.
cane hook me back in like
Yeah.
we're in the fucking Six Flags commercial?
Yeah. Just
Oh
hero
my
be like, "Hello,
god.
Pip."
You
Come
see,
back.
you see as Pip comes flying back. You also see as Pip comes flying back. He's like, "Oh god, again!" Aftershock. And you see as he's like just standing there, his like pirate garb a bit wetter than it was before. He goes, "Oh, I was supposed to come back. Okay, I'm a bit indecent at the moment. I'm not gonna lie. There's bodily fluids all over me. What
Did
can I help you with?"
Can I in this
Um,
moment lean over to Nix, who's grabbing my arm,
Oh,
and
Lord.
go, "You really want a pussy like this on your team? You want that on your chest?"
I want information, and I'll take it from anyone who will give it
That's
to
valid.
me.
That's valid. Go ahead. I won't interfere. I won't interfere for now.
um, I, just before Nick starts walking away from him, I move over there and I place a hand on my right hand on Ryder's shoulder and go, "How about just joining us for a drink?" And as I say that, my the rune glows a dark green once more, indicating that he needs to come with us.
I do clock that because I did see the rune glow green when you looked at the thing. I'm like, okay.
You see as Pip sort of steals himself for a moment. And he snaps his fingers, and you see as he casts a quick spell, his pants get all nice and cleaned up, and he goes, "Okay, right. Well, if we're if we're done dicking around here, my client and I would really like to talk some fucking business." And he looks right at you, Crow, and he goes, "Suggest if you don't want to make me come again, you just don't talk to me anymore. All right? So you just don't do that again." And you see as he walks off towards like a direction into like where there's like a corner booth, and you see a tall individual sitting with his like robe covered up. You see the long beard sort of flowing out underneath the table. Pip looks as he looks at, or he looks back at you guys and waves over. He's like, "All right, fuckheads, let's I'll give you some information before you so rudely make me piss and come again, and then pull me back into this awkward situation. Hurry up!" You see as he walks ever so half slowly compared to each one of your steps. So like one of his
around is you in your pants apparently.
Shut up! He said something that made my ear feel funny, and it felt good. You fucking fuck you, you gray piece of shit. Fuck you,
Great piece of shit.
you mean people. You pulled me. You choked me. I also that was weird.
Like
Shut up. I don't know. Maybe. Don't do it again, or do. I don't understand this dynamic yet. This is very confusing for me. I don't normally meet strangers this way.
and I take off behind him.
Okay, you guys follow him. You see as he gets over to the individual, and he speaks in common. He goes, "Lord, Lord Magi, I've brought people. I don't know if they're gonna be any help. Hopefully, they're better than the others previously that failed you. But yes, we have these people here. They are interested in your bounty. If you'd like allow them." And you see as the hood sort of looks up, you guys see nothing. There's like just pure darkness in this hood. You only see the beard as it sort of extends out from this magical darkness. You see as a like very old decrepit hand sort of comes up from like the robe sleeve and like ushers you guys to sit down in the booth.
I think I'll look over to the barmaiden. Is she back?
She's at the bar. You can flag her down if you'd like to.
Yeah, I would say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 question. I just kind of like loudly say, "Can we get 5 or 4.5? 5 ales. For this table, please." And I kind of point to the corner
Sorry.
booth that we're in.
Oh, this is a booth. Okay. Who the fuck am I? Nyx is going to wait for everybody to sit down so she gets one of the seats at the end of the booth.
I immediately go and sit right next to the wizard, and I grab Pip by both of his like under his arms like a child, and I sit him on my lap.
This is
I
a
was gonna.
this is a
an
grown
adult
man.
man.
This is a fully grown
This is an adult man who has already
50-year-old.
pissed and come.
Yeah,
You do
he's
not want this on your lap.
okay. First off, he
cleaned
pressed a
himself.
dissertation. He's clean now, but he
Oh.
did piss and cum himself out of fear and horniness.
Is anyone sitting next to Kazar right now as he's doing this?
I don't think so. No.
I'm gonna slide in next to him, sit down next to Kazar, and bump Pip on the shoulder because I'm assuming his shoulder's about head height by now.
Yes.
And so, hey, and then I just hand him one gold piece. Save for the pants. I'm sorry, that was rude of me. Friends.
Go ahead and roll me a persuasion check at advantage.
Hell yeah. It is a 22.
You see as he takes the gold coin, and he flips it and catches it, and he smiles, and he nods and he says, "That's greatly appreciated." He hands you back the gold coin and he says, "The apology was all I needed. It was as much a pleasure as it was much a pleasure for me as it may have been for you, or not. I don't know. I enjoyed it." And you see as he chuckles, he jumps off of your lap and then sits up, not your lap, but off of Kazar's lap, and then sits up onto the back end of the booth where he has like his own built-in chair. With that being said, because you did it before, Nyx, go ahead and roll me one more insight check, please, if you'd be
Okay.
so kindly.
Anyone want to guidance me real quick?
I think guidance lasts. I think it's a concentration, so as long as you have it up,
bless?
it just.
Okay, yeah.
Oh wait, what do you have casted? Do you have cast
Bless
guest
me,
or
my guide.
bless? You have
Bless.
blessed right now,
Yeah, it's
Oh, sweet.
concentration up to a minute.
which I think it's just you add a D4 to any ability check
Yeah.
or saving throw or attack. I think. Oh no, that's guidance. Guidance is attack.
Guidance attack.
The 15.
Yes.
This halfling, while alarms aren't blaring, does move with an obvious sense of swagger suddenly, where it's on Nyx's radar. I guess would be the best way to say it. As the drinks come over, the bar begins to hush a little bit as Pip goes, "Right, so business is we're going to go to this pyramid. This wizard here needs assistance." You see as the wizard like gestures with his hands again, you see as like sparks kind of ignite in the air in front of you, writing a message, and the message simply just says, "Good evening," or good morning. I am the Enigma. My goal is to find, document, and record all historical artifacts that have been lost from the age of the Horde, the age of the god, the age of the gods of hordes. Apparently, there are many deific artifacts hidden amongst these. We request assistance by you four in order to help us get through these dangerous locations. And as this is kind of writing out, you see the lights are sort of like dimming down a little bit. People are kind of chattering a little bit quieter. You see as a individual steps out onto the stage, and you see he takes the shape of a warforge. Everybody give me an insight check really quickly.
That's an 11.
17.
What was it?
15.
Insight?
Yes.
Insight.
Oh, suck my dick. 5.
As he steps forward, you guys hear very like low, almost like sinister music begin to play. Um, time almost begins to slow down in a way for all of you. Essentially, no one got a nat one, so you all experienced this. Whether or not, I'll leave it up to you on individually on how your characters perceive this current moment. However, as this individual, this Warforge, sort of takes shape, they begin to say, beneath the stone where secrets die, a shadow stirs with a hollow sigh. The vault of ages locked by lies holds stolen dreams and shattered cries. O seekers bold, steep soft beware, for gold's sweet gleam may be your snare. The vault of ages twists the brave and tempts the strong into their grave. Into halls are carved with tales of woe, a cursed prize for those who go. No lock was forged without a key, but none who've opened it have walked free. O seekers bold, steep soft beware, for gold's sweet gleam may be your snare. The vault of ages twist the brave and leave their souls to fill its grave. So seek the vault, its fate is kind, but leave behind your peace of mind. For what you find within its keep may bind you fast and never sleep. And that is where we will end tonight's session.
Can I get that
Hey,
in writing?
Yeah, you
want
want to post that in the notes?
Do you want to?
Document.
It was too much. I was already typing it,
Too
but
much.
then
No,
I missed one
I
section.
totally did not. I was more hoping you guys would just listen. You didn't have to write the notes for this one, just because.
Oh,
Yeah. But there, I just posted it.
Okay.
Cool. Fuck yeah, good session. We are all linked up. By the way, on those insight checks, you all get a very eerie feeling that this ballad or poem, that was just recited in some odd way correlates to the vision that you guys had. You're not sure exactly to what degree, but there's a feeling that bubbles up. And that is where we will end tonight's session. Fuck yeah, dudes. Hell yeah.